shoot you down. It's never been enough for you to just do what you've been told, and you sell out to anything that keeps you in control. It's never been enough for me to just do what I've been told, and I give up on anything just to be in control.
Hello and welcome to Totally Tell Me, a weekly entertainment review podcast where we talk about movies, music, food, and fun. You know, right as I said those words, actually, I began to think that I've been actually meaning, I need to retrain myself to say bi-weekly and probably just at this point film review because it's so ingrained in my mind to say weekly film, wait, what do I say? A weekly entertainment review podcast. That ain't
where
true.
we talk about
That just ain't true anymore.
It's not weekly. You're right. It's a bi-weekly.
It's bi-weekly. So
Yeah,
let's just
bi-weekly.
roll the tape back.
Let's just be real here. Let's get real.
Hello and welcome to Totally Tell Me, a bi-weekly entertainment podcast where we talk about movies, music, food, and fun. My name's Dominic Mercurio.
You messed up. Sorry.
Oh, I did? What did I?
You didn't say entertainment review podcast.
Oh,
you
fuck.
just said
Okay,
a
all right.
bi-weekly entertainment podcast. And while we are entertaining,
Okay, roll it back.
Roll it.
Hello and welcome to Totally Tell Me, a bi-weekly film review podcast.
A bi-weekly fuck fest where we talk about movies, fucks, and faces.
That's Laura Weinbach over there, sitting to my, left, I guess, in this realm. And then just below us, you're going to see DJ Real. I mean, actually, I should say Nick Stargu. I meant to introduce you as Nick Stargu.
Hi, guys.
What's up?
I'm looking up at you guys.
You're welcome. I mean, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, wait, no, you're down here. You're over there. Okay.
I've always
Got it.
looked up to you. I've always looked up to you guys.
Oh, that is so
Thank
sweet. If you don't know
Nice
Nick,
to be on top.
if you don't know Nick, he's been on the show several times now, many times actually. Maybe I'll update you to many times. What was the last time we reviewed Monos? You actually were on the second episode of us doing this as a live stream. So it's nice to have you back again when we're a little more, well, maybe. I mean, I guess you can let us know if we've improved our ways at all. But I would say I feel a little more seasoned and kind of a little more cushioned in to the live stream setting.
I want to say this feels professional. It feels good.
Okay.
You sound good. You look good.
Oh, God.
I'm looking on the stream.
Wow.
I feel like this is a real, it has production value.
Oh my God.
So,
I mean, that's amazing.
you guys you're definitely doing it.
Your backdrop has its production value.
Yeah, you have definitely the most production value. And you also do your own streaming stuff as well, with talkies every first and third. Is that right? First and third Friday?
Every first and third. Yes, every first and third Friday. Talkies. You can check us out on Twitch. So you can check us out.
Wow.
We need a cool. What's up? We need something like
crazy.
that. Yeah, I mean,
Get your
do
intro
that?
going.
my mind was just fucking blown to
How
bits.
did he do that?
How did he do
Wait,
that?
if he can do that, then I can do stuff.
Theoretically, but
You
need
can do
to get
anything
on
you
his
want.
level.
What? But I mean, like,
You got to get down. You got to use OBS.
I got okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I mean, I have OBS, but I didn't know that you were using that at this moment. That's hardcore. That's some
Laura,
gangsta
what do you
ass
think
shit right there.
OBS stands for?
Odor body shit.
Odor
Okay.
body shit.
All right, awesome.
Odor-
Wait,
od-
older body?
Odor body syndrome. Yeah, like odor. You much older than me.
Much older.
Body syndrome. Your
So
body.
that's just
much
like the whole body
It's
smells like doo-doo.
It's like odor body syndrome,
Okay.
where your body's much older than me, and it also smells like poo poo.
It could also
Like
be.
shit.
Like that shit is way older than me.
It could be an out of body syndrome as well.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't know.
You know?
It's a little risque for me.
You pop into OBS. I mean, I feel a little out of body when I'm in OBS. I see
It's
myself
a
in this screen.
outer body experience.
Outer body.
Out of body experience. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. OBS, hit us up if you need any marketing tools. We're here.
You know, I've been getting into out of body experiences. If you guys want to check it out.
How about
Really?
otter body? How about otter body experience?
Otter
It's
body,
like where you're like
slightly hairy.
you got like a body like an otter, but it's like a experience.
Oh, I think we are having an out of body experience.
Oh my god. Oh my god, guys.
Oh no, Nick.
Dudes. I just had one.
Whoa,
Had one right
Damn.
on the
that
show.
was crazy.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Oh,
BS.
that was crazy.
So today on today's podcast, we're gonna in the second half of the episode be reviewing Bad Trip, which is a brand new film that just came out on Netflix that stars Eric Andre and Tiffany Haddish. And before that, of course, we're just gonna be talking a bunch of nonsense. But if you haven't seen the film, we will start that review spoiler free, so you can keep on watching even if you haven't seen it, if you haven't checked it out. It is, I suppose, in a way, opening weekend. Though I guess we don't really have like opening weekends anymore these days, but you know, this is as close as we can get to an opening weekend. But that'll be the second half of the episode. For now, we're gonna chit chat about our lives, see what everybody's up to, and we like to start with the guest here. So Nick, what have you been up to? How's your life been?
My life's been pretty good. Yeah, I'm in my room a lot, so I'm like on the internet a lot, and I've been finding things that have been interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking I could show you guys this thing that I kind of want to get if I ever make a bunch of money someday. It's just like, okay, so there's no, I don't know. I'm just going to show you what the thing is, and you tell me if you think it's worth $5,000, because
Okay.
I'll show you. Here we go.
All right.
Okay, so it's a blinking eye box, squishy, and it blinks and it comes with a remote control. And you can get it customized so it's like your own eye in there.
That is so weird.
So the guy who this guy DJ Do makes all, that's DJ Do. He makes all of these like real crazy like silicone fleshy. That's a wallet. This is like a remote control box. That's the remote control. And you can control like how it blinks and.
Oh,
This is not real.
That's
My
real, 100%
God.
real. It's
No.
$5,000. Yeah, 100% real.
Really?
Yeah, look.
that is
Isn't that cool?
insane.
I mean, I
that
think it's
does
worth.
not look real.
I know because it's so good,
The eye looks like a CGI.
but it's. I know. Anyway,
Do I
That
think it's
is
worth? I
so
think
weird.
it is.
I think if you had like
If
$1
you
million
were-
to burn,
To burn, yeah.
5,000's okay to spend on something like that. I really want it, but it's like I can't justify paying that much money.
That is something you will have one day, Nick.
Yes,
It
it's
seems
like
like something that
Wayne's
you should have.
guitar. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
it will be mine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
I mean, it's nuts. And
Wait,
so,
let's see it one more time.
Okay,
It
let's
looks
pop
kinda crazy.
let's pop this eyeball.
Let's pop that eye.
Let's pop that eye.
Pop-
Look at that. Look
I
at that
mean-
blink.
That's not
Wow.
real.
It
I
is
don't
real.
believe it.
I mean, look, he's holding it. There it is.
I know, but that's
Look at that
CGI.
squish.
I love the squish factor.
The squish
Yeah, the squish is
so-
why I want to get it actually.
But like,
That-
what does the eye do? It just watches you.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. It's like a art
The
piece.
It's an
the
art piece.
wrinkles. The
The
wrinkles are
eyelashes.
insane.
The eyelashes.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just
mean-
look at
Why
look
is
at
it
the
$5,000?
hair
Yeah, the hair is so weird. The eyelashes are really weird.
and all of the little like textured paint, like fleshy kind of
Well,
little
just the
dots
flesh
and stuff.
looks like real flesh.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to figure this out though. Wait, so like, what? They also make noses too?
They make
I know that.
There's-
I'm curious
okay, so
about the
let's look.
mouth. I mean,
so
you
there
know, of
so
course.
if you look on the the
Oh my
right
God.
side, those are wallets, like flesh wallets.
That is so. Wait, look at the left side though. There's like another eye that's like brown.
Yeah, you can get it customized.
Your
I think
brown
that's why
eye.
it's $5,000.
Oh, it's,
yeah,
it's
brown
like
eye.
someone else. It's like your own eye or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
Oh
I don't know if you
my
can see this top middle picture. There's looks like an ear
Amazing.
and
Wait, I can't see that.
you
The
can't
top
see
middle.
the top middle.
Oh, top
like,
middle.
all
I
of
thought
the,
you said.
um,
With all the different
Here, I
fleshy.
got a little pointer here.
Oh
We're talking
my
about this
God.
Wait,
one.
hold on. Let's do this.
Oh.
Let's make it bigger.
I'm gonna-
Show.
I'm popping to that eye
Can you
with-
show that part where they like were feeding a nose to a mouth or something like that? Wait,
Mm.
yeah, that. What is he doing? What's
I
I think
really-
I think it's
I
just
really like
it's
that.
just mouth to mouth. I think.
it is? It looked like a nose.
Let me see. Let me go back a little bit. Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. It's a nose. It's got 4 nostrils.
I
And
think
then
he's
he's, like-
drinking water out of it.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's drinking a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think-
it's
clever.
Cuervo Especial.
That is
Yeah, there's
so
like
weird.
it's like I think it's a nose on both sides is the idea.
And it's like, so like if you have these, you can feed the mouth from another nose and it'll drink it.
Yeah.
It's like It's just like, who wants to do
It's
that?
very
I guess
Japanese.
Yeah.
That is so weird. That is
Yeah.
very weird. I mean,
Rafi-
they must obviously make like other stuff.
Yeah, I think he's like I think he's like a musical artist, and then he also makes a bunch of weird stuff.
Wow.
Anyway.
That is
Rafik
very
the
weird.
Blade on Twitch was saying, it takes me so long to save $5,000. That item really puts it into perspective. Yeah, I mean, if I spent the amount of time that it would take to save $5,000 and then blew it all on that, I probably would feel pretty terrible about myself, but I would have a squishy eye, so there is something to be said for that.
Yeah, you'd have
You
something
would
to
have
show
something
for
to
it.
show for it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, why pay for a trip to Hawaii? You can't take that with you. You could take like some sand with you or something, you know. But
Right.
That's crazy. Well, I hope you get it so I can squeeze it because I really want to pinch it.
what if we all
I mean,
like
wouldn't it be weird to just have that sitting on your shelf and then like
it just starts
somebody's in the
blinking
room-
by itself?
It starts blinking. No, but like it not by itself. Like if you had a guest over and then you
Oh,
like had them stay in your guest room and then you had
Okay.
that on the shelf. And then, like, you can remote controlled it from another room, and it started blinking while they were in there.
and then
by
like look, it
themselves.
follows them.
And then the person was just like, "What the hell is going on here?" Like they have no idea what's going on. Like
Are
they
we
have
cool?
no idea that you have this thing or that it's remote controlled by you.
He should make like a penis one.
Well, that's
It's
what I was
just-
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
That's what I was saying is like I bet you that they're making
It like
this up.
follows. It's like
Oh, like
a flaccid
one,
penis.
a
With an
penis
eye.
one with an eye.
with an eye, and it follows the.
One eye.
What if it was a penis one with a nose?
Wait, so the nose.
and then it
so
blinks
it's like
too, just goes like-
nose.
No, the
And then the
nose
dick-
is the tip of the penis.
Oh, like in Nothing But Trouble.
I don't know. I didn't.
Do you know about
that
this?
No.
Okay, I'll pull
Oh,
it
oh
up.
my God! What if it was a penis with a mouth on the end of it? That would be someone's wet dream.
You mean like little lips?
The mouth,
Like
yeah,
the
like
tip. The tip has just these luscious little lips.
well, the tip is a full-on mouth that opens up, and you can also put another penis inside of it.
Oh, so it's a big enough penis to where a penis could also fit inside of the penis.
Yeah.
So
you
we're
could
talking
have
about like
sex-
a fleshlight penis.
Oh
I
wow.
guess so yeah,
Okay.
but it's like it has a mouth and a tongue inside, and it also is wet.
At this point, you are basically describing a
Oh my
fleshlight.
God!
So
that
that's
guy.
that's Dan Aykroyd as the judge in Nothing But Trouble.
Oh my
and
God! That's so funny.
He's eating like a hot dog, and Chevy Chase looks over at him, and it looks like his nose is up.
Well, it clearly looks like it's a penis. Clearly, it's supposed to be a penis. No, that's
Yeah.
not what I was thinking, though. I wanted the nose to be the tip of the penis. So the penis is the main part here, and then the nose is just a bonus part.
Laura, I think what you're describing
You know what I mean?
is a fleshlight. I'm going to show you. Okay, I kind of have to censor some stuff, though. Let's see. All right, here we go.
You could just go to like Amazon fleshlight or something.
Or maybe
Now-
it's like not a. Maybe the penis. Maybe it's not a mouth that you could put a penis all the way in, but like the mouth that's on the tip of the penis could.
Now, if you watch our
I don't
stream,
know. Do something.
Laura, tune
Wait,
into
so-
our
Stick its
stream
tongue
real
out.
quick.
It could stick its tongue out, and then on the tongue there's an eye.
Laura, look on YouTube or Twitch, and you could see.
I'm
what
trying to show you, but basically, like,
Oh.
fleshlights already do that.
Oh, there's a delay by that.
Essentially, you know.
Oh, you're right.
Like,
Yeah.
No, but they're not penis shaped. Those are like a light. It's
I
like a
mean,
flashlight.
I know, but close enough.
Nah, that's not the same thing. I don't think.
Okay.
I think it has to be shaped like a penis.
hmm
That would be the thing that would make it really surreal. Don't
That's
you
the
think?
important part.
Yeah. It has to
What it-
look like a penis.
You know my butt. You know Taylor, right?
Yeah, of course.
Taylor. So we were joking around before. What if female genitalia was more external, like more, like it was still,
Like
know,
It was like extra.
something you put something in.
It protruded.
But it kind of hung down more, and
Oh,
you
I
still had to, put it in,
Great.
put it in, and like how, like it could be, how like if a guy has a bigger genitalia,
Yeah.
it's like supposed to be good. Like if a girl had a bigger, like
It's supposed to be good.
I don't know, it's like,
That's what they say,
yeah.
Well, you should know, right?
I mean, I don't know.
Whoa!
Oh.
My God! Holy shit! That actually really scared me.
I'm sorry.
Wow, there's something going on behind you. I mean, I hope you're aware. Nick,
Oh.
Yo.
what else?
Oh,
What-
yeah.
What else?
So what else?
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been having this real weird thing happen where when I go outside, oh man, I'm outside right now. This is really weird. I go outside. You know how some people when they turn in, they like when it's like a full moon, they turn into like a werewolf. When this has happened. Started last week. Every time I go outside and it's really green out, I turn.
You know,
What?
you're like, you know how some people when they go outside and it's a full moon out and they turn into like a werewolf? Like
You guys don't have friends
Suddenly
that happens to?
no, I do, but I mean it's just sort of a funny question because it's like obvious.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
Everybody
anyway,
knows.
But but like for me, when it's like this out, I turn into a tree. Ah, come on.
Oh no.
I am so
Nick.
sorry.
We
This
lost
is really
you.
unprofessional.
How do That was crazy.
Oh.
Got smaller somehow.
I got smaller. I think I got bigger.
I mean,
Right.
the tree's bigger, but then your face got smaller.
Taller for sure.
I'm definitely taller.
Yeah. I mean, you look gorgeous. Actually, you look amazing.
How did
Can
you get? How did this music start playing for you?
I don't know. This
Was
is
it
just
when you
the
turned
music
into
that
a
plays every time I turn into a tree.
Wow.
Damn.
Hold on. I got a song. I'm gonna sing my way out of this. Okay?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. This is a song called "I Got Turned Into a Tree." This will be over very soon.
I mean, as long as you want it.
You just wanted to know how I was doing. I got turned into a tree. Now strangers go pee on me. What has become of my life? Well, my best friend Dave is carving me with a knife. I'm a tree. I'm a tree. I'm a tree. Some people go pee pee on me. Hey, doggy. You guys see the doggy?
Yeah. What's up, Rover?
What's up, dog? Come on, doggy.
Oh,
Not
come on, bad boy.
That's a bad boy. Anyway, that's what's been going on with me. And I'm
Wow.
back. And I'm back.
What does that feel like?
Damn. Wait.
Does it feel
How did you break
different
the
in your body?
spell?
Well, I had to sing the song
Right.
Oh,
to
okay.
get out of it.
Okay,
That's
okay.
every time, and it works every time. And
How long does it work for? Like
how long am I before
you-
I turn back? Or
Yeah.
it's a 24-hour thing.
Oh, okay. That'll
Yeah.
work.
Are
So
there
now I'm
any-
okay. Yeah.
Are there any benefits that you found to being a
Like-
tree?
Like health insurance,
Yeah.
No,
PPO.
I guess just like being
401k.
outside, not looking at a screen. You know, it's
yeah.
like we're all just inside all day, just
Mm-hmm.
connecting with Mother Earth. You know.
Yeah. These
Right.
days, it's tough. It's tough to not be outside and be a tree.
It is. Yeah. You guys should try it sometime.
I'd love to. I mean, I
I'm
would
not
actually
cursed
love
with
to.
that. I mean, I don't have that affliction.
Oh. All right. Well, forget it then.
I mean, like, some people are born with it.
I guess so. Yeah.
Some people are. Maybe it's Maybelline.
That's not how it goes.
Oh man. Yeah, that's
Some-
it. That's how it goes.
Some
No,
people
it's
are
not.
born
Some
with
people
it.
are born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Do you guys actually know what I'm referring to?
Oh, of course, yeah. The hit
Josh
commercial?
likes the bark texture.
How does it really go then?
Oh. How am I not seeing the comments? Oh, there it is. Oh, you like the bark texture. Josh, great. That's excellent. He's sitting right next to me, by the way. You can't see him.
Oh.
I moved, actually. Maybe I should just mention that real quick, since there's
Mention
an
it. Why
entirely
don't you
new
just give
thing.
us a little tour? Oh, can you show us around a little bit, or?
Well,
Can you show us your roommate's room?
that I probably can't do, but this is my room. There's
Oh my god, looks
Josh.
like you had a big boner.
Wait, what?
When you panned over, it just looked like he had a because
Oh, I
his
see.
legs,
Oh, I
his
see.
knees were up. It just looked like he had a big boner.
There he is.
He was like pitching.
There's
a big
Josh. He's pretty
Josh.
excited about the show.
Wait, so your room has rug in it instead of hardwood?
Yes, it does. It does, and it's very
How does
quiet.
that feel? You like that?
It
one?
feels cushy and just oh so snug upon my feet. I gotta say.
What was the
Wow.
last place you lived? Did that have hardwood floors?
Yeah, it sure did.
It did, yeah. It was kind of like a colder environment, you know what I mean? A louder environment, that's for sure. I lived like right next to the freeway. I just moved in January for those watching, but like, you know, it was time. It was it was time to go. And so here I am. But I'm
You're
stoked,
like-
actually. I'm really excited about the spot. We have a
like,
great view, which you can't
3
see.
months is my max. That's as long as I could stay at a place. I gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta switch it up.
Like, yeah.
I was considering being a tree for 3 months, but I think
That's a
for
long
now,
time. That's a long time.
yeah.
Question though, would you ever consider living in the East Bay?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But I feel like I would do that when rent
in 3
prices were,
months.
were too crazy. In 3 months, yeah. I think the
when
biggest thing,
rent-
because I still feel like I can make it here in the big city.
but I feel like, is it really that much more expensive there than here? I mean, I don't think so.
Isn't most of your work like in the East Bay anyway?
I would
No,
say
this is in
90% of the
in South
people
Bay.
that I collaborate
Or,
with
oh, I see what you're saying.
are in the East Bay.
Living.
East Bay.
Right.
Yeah, like honestly, Nick, you're one of the few people that I even really hang out with or know who are still in the city, like an artist that's
Yeah.
still in the city. Everyone else just went to the East Bay, so I mean, yeah. So yeah, there's not like I'm not here for work reasons, I suppose. I guess I just like it. I just like I do prefer the city over the East Bay, but I'm not opposed to the East Bay at all. You know what I mean? Anyways, Laura, what's been going on with you? How's your life been?
Fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Just hanging out and, you know, what's going on. I made some caprese sandwiches today. They were quite
Ooh.
good. I have to say.
Dang.
Trader Joe's finally got the delicious. I was gonna say delightful, but I changed it to delicious. That's why it sounded weird. But yeah, they got this product back that they haven't had in stock since like I want to say last April.
Okay.
And I was severely afraid that they were never going to have it again.
What was it? Where-
It's the salami that's the dry Italian salami by Columbus.
oh yeah, I know.
I mean,
that.
that's a classic.
You know,
yeah.
no, the ones that it's like a 2-pack and then they're dry and it's like got a white sort of film on the outside of it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I always get it for holiday parties and I slice it very thin.
But that's not a Trader Joe's thing. That's like a.
It is. It is a
Is
Trader
it?
Joe's thing.
The
Well,
why
it's
is it
not Trader
by
Joe's
Columbus?
brand. It's by
Okay.
Columbus, but they don't really sell it anywhere else that I've been able to find, like in the Bay Area. I mean, I have to say, like when it comes to salami options, like I feel that that's a very good one for a fairly reasonable price compared to what like a Whole Foods has. And I don't know, I've never really loved any of the salamis I've been able to find at Whole Foods, like the dry salamis.
Yeah.
So Whole Foods is kind of out. I mean, like, you know, there's the pasta shop, but
Wait,
it's
did you go?
like
You talking about like you went to the big one in Oakland? They don't have it there.
Whole Foods?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have this same kind
The
of
specific
dry
kind?
one.
Yeah.
No, it's like they don't have the dry, they have these ones that are like more moist, you know? I mean, they call them dry, but they're really not that dry.
Which you think of the one that I brought out at my birthday?
Oh, right, that. It's pretty dry, but not too dry, you know what I mean? It's not as
Oh,
dry
not dry
as-
enough is what you're saying.
Yeah, I want it to
Okay.
be like hard, basically.
Wow. Okay.
hard salami.
You like a hard sausage, huh?
I want it to be like hard and dry, and then when you cut it, it sweats.
Okay.
That makes
What if it
sense.
bleeds when you cut it?
When you cut it, it bleeds.
It bleeds
sweat.
and sweats.
And sweats, yeah.
It's like that
Well, to be-
that burger that bleeds, you know? The vegetarian
Beyond
one.
Burger.
Yeah.
Oh, right, with real blood, as they call it, whatever.
Well, no,
Right,
no,
okay.
no. They don't.
No,
call
I
it
know,
real
but
blood.
like, but they're
That's in the advertisement. Beyond Burger now with real blood.
If at that point it's
That would
definitely
be-
not vegetarian. That's the whole
But
point.
I think they want it.
Yeah, but they
seems
want
like
that.
real blood.
They want that
it to-
bleeding
They want
effect.
that bleeding.
That's-
heart.
That like
That's-
bloody. Yeah.
No, that's really
Um,
funny that it would like go full circle. Like vegetarians want it so realistic that they're eventually
it to
they're just
bleed.
like they're like
the
this is
meat's fake, but
vegetarian,
the blood is
but
real.
with real blood.
In case you're a vampire.
That's how you can win Beyond Burger because
They're
right
like,
now
"No,
Beyond Burger's got it
We
on
don't
lock.
appeal to those sinful meat eaters out there, but vampires we welcome with full open arms. No, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I loved that, and I thought to myself, remember how you guys came over for a picnic that time in my house,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and we got sandwiches from the local deli?
Yeah.
Well, I thought my sandwich today was so good, and I made it from scratch, and I thought, why would I ever make a deli? Why would I ever get a sandwich at a deli when I could have this? And then I remembered it was because they didn't have the salami available a couple months ago when you guys were here. But now they do. And now it's time to party.
Laura, tell us about this. Tell us about this sandwich. So, what are you putting on it? What is the bread like?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
It's it's a baguette from La Farine Bakery. Sourdough
Okay.
as one option. I also have a sweet baguette as a softer option for those who don't want to deal with the TMJ problem.
Wow.
You slice open the baguette lengthwise, and you cut it into segments so that it's like a sandwich size, and then you drizzle the inside of it with a good olive oil.
Oh yeah, get up in there.
Get a nice drizzler going there, and then you place upon that some fresh leaves of basil, whole basil leaves, and then on top of that you're going to put some sliced fresh wet mozzarella, Ciaglione as they call it, the one that I got.
That's what it comes in, like a container that's
a
got
tub.
Yeah.
Liquid.
That's so good.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you
And then
can
on
you
top-
drink the liquid or no? Is that a thing?
You can, but I mean, I don't really do that myself. But if you want to, I mean, I don't know. Trees, they tend to like that kind of thing.
Could make
from
it
the
into a
ones-
dip.
Ooh.
You could. And then on top of that, you're going to put fresh sliced tomato, like really good baby tomatoes. I like to slice up the baby ones and then put that on there. And then on top of that, I did put a few slices of the old dry Columbus salami. And then I drizzled a little bit of balsamico vinegar on top of that, and I drizzled a little extra olive oil on top of that, put a little salt,
Yeah.
fresh ground salt and pepper.
Yeah.
And then it's boom time.
Could you consider having like a little bowl with olive oil in it
And
that you
dipping
could
that.
dip that up in
I
there?
would consider it.
Okay. Why do you
to
go
ask
for
my
the baby
boss.
what about the baby tomatoes? Like, you don't like full up?
Oh, well, no, I do like a full up, but I just so happen to have these baby ones, and they're quite tasty. I mean, they have a certain burst of flavor that is a little different than a full up, if you know what I mean.
It's real blood. That's why.
I find that baby stuff tastes a little bit better than full blown.
They're
Is that-
sweeter.
Sweeter.
Yeah.
It's more tender usually. A little more
Less
delightful.
juicy, kind of. Like,
Not
I feel
less
like
juicy.
a
I feel
no,
like-
because you feel like it's more juicy.
Well, it depends, but like if you have a really delightfully sun-ripened like baby strawberry, amazing. Probably way better than like a fully blown, full up
Fully grown. I mean,
No.
you basically like an adolescent,
post-pubescent size
post-pubescent,
strawberry.
barely
you know
legal
what I mean?
strawberry.
Like baby versions of things I find are a little bit more desirable and delectable. Like for example, microgreens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
I feel
more
you.
fun.
I feel you.
Just the baby vegetables, baby carrots or whatever.
Broccolini.
Broccolini, although that's not like
Cute
a
name.
baby.
I know it's
It's-
not baby, but
But it's
feels
like a
like a baby
skinny.
broccoli.
It's like a skinny kind of
Yeah.
anorexic.
It is a skinnier version, yeah.
Broccoli.
True.
it's like a twink broccoli.
taller.
It's more
yeah.
of the twink. I like the twink look.
Broccolini
For
is
most
for the
things.
twinks, for sure.
Right. I like it. But anyways, what's up with you, Nike?
This and that. I've kind of actually been going deep on Twitch. Like I feel this kinship
Oh,
all
yeah,
of a
really?
sudden. That
Wow.
now I just tune in to Twitch and I'm like watching people and stuff, and it's like it finally just washed over me, and it's like I understand it now. It's like I finally get it. I get why people
Wow.
watch Twitch.
See, I was trying to get why people watch TikTok, and I still don't get it.
See, I don't get
You?
that yet. I'm not there
I'm like,
yet.
wait. I'm like, I tried, and I was like, I'm not addicted to this by any means. Like,
You got to
it's
find a
supposed to be,
few
like, so
interesting
addictive.
people.
Yeah. I feel that's
I guess,
exactly what
but,
happened
like,
with Twitch is like once you find a few people on any given platform, I feel like that's a good gateway, and then you start it's just like, especially if their algorithm is good, they're like suggesting good people to you, and then eventually, you're just deep in the shit, and then that's it. But I was watching kind of the liaison. Is that how you say it? Liaison. Liaison was Thomas Middleditch, who is the actor that's on Silicon Valley.
No, I know who he is.
He's on Twitch, and he was streaming Grand Theft Auto 5. Do you know
Oh, I saw some of clips of that of him.
What is that?
doing that.
Oh, really?
Wait, like, he's like in the game, right? Like, or he's like one of the actors in it or something like that, or like.
No. He was
never mind.
he was streaming
he's
Grand Theft
playing.
Auto, which, if you don't know, is like an open world video game where you create a little character or whatever. But he was playing on this private server that was specifically made for a bunch of streamers, or I guess it's mostly streamers. I'm not actually sure. It's like a private server that you have to get an invite to get into, and then everyone that's playing in it. Basically, the whole idea is that you create a character and you role play as an entirely different person from yourself. And so then everyone, because Grand Theft Auto is kind of known for making a pretty believable Los Angeles, so they've recreated a large part of Los Angeles. And so in the game, everyone has their little avatar and they're just like living their lives. And it's called No Pixel. If anyone wants to check it out, I was totally sucked in watching Thomas Middleditch play the No Pixel server on Grand Theft Auto, and because he like created this whole persona of this guy who was kind of like had a kind of psychopath background, but he's like trying to clean up, and he's coming to Los Santos, and so he has like this whole story, and then he's basically just ad-libbing with anyone who he comes in proximity with, and they're all on their own journeys, and they all have their own characters, and like,
Do they have like weapons and stuff too? Can you get into a car and like hijack somebody and all that?
there is, but then other people are role playing as police, and like you can actually go to jail, and then like you're like locked out of it for like an hour or something, or like
Whoa.
So there's incentives to not kill people. Like basically, most people aren't really going around killing each other. It's kind of like you just are living this virtual life in the game. And I was totally sucked in because of all of like the wild people that he was meeting along the way, and he was playing it for the first time too, so he was kind of like as shocked as I was as to how elaborate some of these role plays were, because people just like had this whole life story that they're just interacting with him about, and I don't know, it was pretty crazy. So
Yeah.
I watched that for like, I gotta say, like probably damn near 3 hours.
Wow.
God.
Do you watch on double speed or normal speed?
Well, it was live. Like he was streaming live at the time, so it was.
I still think, Nick, you might be the only person I know that watches stuff on double speed.
Really?
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, I don't know.
I bet you
anyone else
Anton
who-
watches some stuff on double speed.
I
No?
don't even think he's aware of
Like
it.
tutorials? If
I
you're
don't
watching a
think so.
tutorial and you're watching it on single speed, you're doing it all
Doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I
should
want to
tell
know
him to
if
do
anyone
that.
watching, if you're watching and let us know if you watch it on double speed or if you watch it regular.
I've
And we're
watched this
referring to,
show
like,
on double
podcasts.
speed before.
I
You
don't
watch
doubt
this
it.
show.
I don't doubt it. I'm just curious.
sorry.
'cause
But when
it
you
is
get to the funny parts, do you turn it not to regular speed?
I put it on half speed because I just want to enjoy it for like
I
a
wanna
longer
make it
period of
last
time.
as long as it can.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
Anyways,
yeah.
but yeah, Twitch.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
cool.
it's a thing. It's definitely a thing.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can really go down wormholes. Is the point? That's the moral of the story there.
Do you have another wormhole that you fell down on Twitch?
I mean, I definitely followed up with other people that he ran into, and then I started watching them because I was curious about their characters and what else they were up to. Like, he ran into this taxi driver that was like this woman who was speaking very softly, but then she like, she just kind of was giving off hints that like she was in trouble or something. And then honestly, I was very intrigued as to what was going on. And then I watched her stream to like get caught up on her drama, and then she has like a whole another thing that she's dealing with, like she's paying the mafia or something, and I was just
wow.
like, this is so elaborate, like it's literally like a whole other world. I
Yeah.
guess in a similar way to Second Life.
Yeah. Except there's like more interesting things you can do in this. Yeah.
Yeah, and more interesting characters. Like, isn't Second Life for the most part you're just playing yourself? Or I guess I don't really know.
You can do whatever you want in Second Life. That's the whole idea, but
Oh, okay.
I don't think it has like the physics engine that Grand Theft Auto has.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I was watching this drag queen on she's on a lot actually, and she's pretty hysterical. Her
Twitch?
name's her Twitch name is Drag Trashly, and she's just always on like playing video games and just like riffing on them, and I just think that she's really funny. So I've been checking that out.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a whole world out there, you guys, that I was unaware of. Even though we stream on Twitch, I was like, I guess now that
I haven't spent any time on there.
I mean-
so I should probably check it out, I suppose.
you don't have to. I mean,
Well.
unless that sounds appealing to you. Certainly, Thomas
it could be.
Middleditch
Could be.
is a great streamer when he streams. You should check him out. Because you think he's funny, right? I was
Oh
showing you
yeah.
those Instagrams.
Well, I think his short little, his like what do you call it?
Yeah.
The one when he like the Snapchat videos are hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I think he's at his
But,
best when he's improving.
Yeah,
you know?
he's an amazing improviser. Yeah.
And that's what
It's
he's
funny
doing.
because it's like he kind of plays as more of a straight guy in
I know.
Silicon
in
Valley.
Silicon Valley,
Yeah.
and he's like not able to really kind of flex
Showcase
his muscles, as
yeah.
they say.
That
He,
is
he
his-
does some good physical comedy on there, but yeah.
That's
But
his
he's
least
so
interesting
much
work.
funnier on like Instagram.
Yeah.
Well,
or
and
whatever,
Twitch.
maybe
I mean,
Twitch.
and I feel
Yeah.
like this was the perfect avenue for him to riff off people and like improv in this other world where he's like playing a character and stuff. Like that's basically all he's doing on Twitch is just improving. Anyways,
I've been watching a ton of this. Well, I've just been addicted to some new shows that you guys are probably not interested in, but I guess I could tell you if you want.
yeah. I mean, what are they?
Okay. Well, one of them is it's really a G of three shows. The White Princess, the White Queen, and now I'm on the Spanish Princess. I don't know. It's sort of like
They're all
all over the
made
place.
like by the same people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and they're also connected, I think, by the books or something. I think, but
Oh.
it's based on like King Henry. The White Queen is about King Henry VII, and then King Henry VIII is what the Spanish Princess is based on, and then his father Edward and his wife Elizabeth are what the Spanish Princess is about. That's the first one. And that one was pretty fun. Anyway, it's like it's like more based. It's actually like historical drama, so a lot
It's a
of it is
Stars show, right?
yeah, it's a star show, but it's it's like British period piece fun and good era Renaissance times.
That's
It's
your
funny, the
wheelhouse.
early Renaissance had, I mean, at least based on these shows, had much better fashion than like kind of like peak Renaissance times. But what are you gonna do?
Does this fill your like Outlander kind of?
It fills the
Space?
it kind of fills the Game of Thrones void.
Okay.
Wow.
It's earlier than Outlander.
Yeah.
Would take place. But no, I mean, yeah,
I mean, it's a
am
Stars show,
awaiting Outlander. Right. Well, it is a Stars show. It's certainly not like on par with Game of Thrones, but it's fun because it's decent. Like it's decently produced, and I mean, it's got some like that first one, The White Princess, has good acting, really good acting, and I don't know. It's very interesting. I mean, I find the stories to be very interesting for the most part. But anyways, enough of that. I'm sure look, you're humoring me. Thank you. I enjoy it.
Do you think we
though.
would like it? As the question. Do you think
You
we would like
might.
it?
Nick, you might.
Okay.
Dominic,
Okay.
hells no. No, he would not like
Okay.
it. He would be
Good to know.
absolutely.
Is there any
it is-
supernatural
it is-
element? I know it's based on
No.
Re-
Oh,
okay.
yes, there is actually. There is a little bit.
like a little Camelot.
Well, not they refer to Camelot sometimes, but no,
Do
it's more like witchcraft kind of stuff.
Ooh.
And like prophecy kind of stuff, where like it's implied that these curses and spells that these women are doing actually are working, and that the outcome of how history unfolds is sort of the workings of these various spells and curses that have been cast by women. In the
I
show.
believe it. I believe it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you
Spooky
go.
stuff.
It lends power to the female figure, so to speak. In any event, that's basically where I'm at right now.
Okay.
It's
I
not
think
very interesting.
no. I mean, could be. Sounds like I wouldn't like it at all, but I'm sure it's
Nah,
great.
you wouldn't. No.
Outlander was definitely not my thing. The very little that you showed me was absolutely not.
Wait, you watched some of it? I forgot
I
that.
think at one point when I was at your house,
Oh my god, I need to show you the episode where it gets hardcore then, because maybe you would like that.
hardcore what, like nudity or something?
Well, I mean, there's nudity on almost every episode, but like, no, it gets hardcore in various other ways. I can't really say it online.
What do you mean you can't? Yes, you
You
can.
can't say it online. What does that
Yes, you
even
can.
mean? I mean,
I
we're
mean, are they showing like full on penetration or something? Like, what's going on?
NSFO, okay? Oh, they're
Okay.
showing. I mean,
That's not even the.
I made it up, you foolio.
What is NSFO?
Not safe for all.
Is it-
not
no
safe
San
for
Francisco.
online.
Oh, I didn't
Not
get that. Okay.
No, San Francisco.
Clever.
Okay.
Airport. Or port.
No, it's not safe for online.
I totally
Okay.
got it now. Thank you.
No,
Thank you
but
for that.
yeah, it's like it's definitely like gets hardcore.
Okay.
Maybe you would be into that. I don't know.
Maybe,
Do they have like
maybe.
a super cut somewhere? You could just cut out like all of
A
the
supercut?
story and just watch that stuff.
Super cut for $9.99 or less. I
You should-
don't know.
You should just make that for me, Laura.
Yeah, just make
But
that.
I'll tell you this
for-
much. I gave my brother a haircut when I was in LA, like in September, and he said it was on par with supercuts, meaning it was really good. In his
He
opinion,
normally gets a supercuts haircut.
he normally gets a supercut.
Wow. I used to do that too.
Yeah. I think we all
Until he-
started there.
What? Until. What about him?
I also got it until, it was sort of like a freshman year.
I mean, I was doing it till I was 30, probably.
What made you finally?
What? You lost.
I don't know why
it.
she's laughing
I
so
know.
much.
I just find it hilarious that like I just can picture you as a young Dominic going into supercuts
You're crying
funny to me.
from laughter.
because I'm envisioning this young Dominic going like I want to kind of take some off from the top.
I mean, my hair isn't really that elaborate.
I know. But the people at Supercuts are like, okay, I got it. And then they cut your hair, and you're like walking out of there. I just
have
feel
a
like
vision.
I can picture you going, I'm not sure why I don't.
This
like-
isn't really super.
I don't know why I don't like this that much, but I'm trying to figure it out. And
Right.
I can see you going home in front of the mirror, just going, why is
You're like, it's Supercuts. That's why.
finally when you're like 25 and you get a real job, you're like, I'm gonna go for a different place besides Supercuts this time. Like you finally decided, like I think I'm gonna.
I
I
did.
don't know. In my
I mean-
mind, it's just
You
really
tra- what-
funny.
How old were you when you transitioned?
Right. Yeah. I transitioned.
Exactly.
I transitioned to a post Supercuts world. I would probably say about like 21, 22, maybe somewhere around there.
Oh, okay.
I
Four-
think.
4 years off. Wait, why did you both? At what point were you both just like, I need to move away from Supercuts? Like, what was it that made you realize it wasn't good?
Go ahead, Nick.
I always knew it was bad, but I was broke.
Oh, you
Yeah,
knew it
yeah,
was,
yeah.
Oh, you always
I knew it was bad.
bad.
I always knew it was bad, but I was
Really?
making really bad money at
Oh, okay.
PlayStation. And then I think once I got out of that,
Mhm.
So you never had a point where you thought it was really good. You're like, it's
there was like
Supercuts.
two. There was like one hair artist who did it well,
Hairstyle.
but then she left, and then every person that tried one time they cut it like like
It must be hard for your hair though,
It
because
was so-
curly hair is hard to cut.
it was like a
I
shelf.
mean, for some people.
They just like it was like I said this isn't done, is it? They're like, what do you mean?
She's like, I think it is, but
It
what
was
else do you-"
so bad.
And then we're like, can you take some off here? She's like, okay, I got it. She starts spraying your hair with a spray bottle.
The problem
I
with
just-
Or
Supercuts
try
is
something else.
once the hair artist, as you said, get good enough, then they like have to leave. Supercuts
They have to
at that
leave.
point.
They're
Yeah,
like,
mean,
what am I
that's-
doing here?
Like, what am I doing?
They're like
Making
wait a
$10
second.
They're
a
applying-
haircut.
They're applying to like Fantastic Sam's. They're like, what is yours? I mean, worked at Supercuts for 8.5 plus years and counting. I'm really good. They're like, all right, we're gonna give you a chance. But then they want to move out of these like mainstream haircut places, away
These
from
mall
Supercuts, away from
places, yeah.
Fantastic Sam's, and then they try to go to like an Aveda. And then they look at the resume and they go, "Where have you worked?" They're like, "I was at Supercuts for 8 years. I worked at Fantastic Sam's for 2." And the Aveda people are probably just like, "Out, get out, out, you're
Out.
Like, I feel like that would hurt your resume. You know what I mean? They're probably like, "We
Right.
don't do."
Yeah, how do you get in?
Supercuts
It's like a
anymore."
catch-22. Like, how do you
It's a
get in unless you get the
catch-22.
experience? You gotta.
You gotta start
know.
somewhere. I think
I know.
I think they're probably like taking a chance on someone. You know, maybe they're letting them strut their stuff a little bit. They're giving them a head of hair, and they're like, "Have at it. Let's just see the goods." You know, like I want to see what this is about, and then maybe if they pass their audition, that's how they get in.
I think that when you work at Supercuts, you're like making a lifelong commitment. You're like, I'm gonna start here, and I know I'm gonna end here. But just tell me.
I'm gonna end here. I'm just gonna pass away.
They're gonna be holding the spray bottle with the hair,
Like, they're like,
the scissors.
That's not inaccurate.
they're like,
They die mid haircut. You're like, is this finished? He's just like,
I don't know why I think this is hilarious, but I wonder if the people watching think it's as funny as I do. But
We got a heart from Scott West on YouTube. There's a heart there.
Togovi says it's like a bustle. I don't really get that. Please elaborate. It's like a bustle.
Dominic, can you tell me really quick what your experience was when you finally decided to move away from the Supercuts?
Honestly, it's very
Did you
similar to
always
Nick's.
know that it was bad, or did you feel like it was really good at one point? Like that you
Yeah, did you
believed it
have
was-
one person you're like, okay, they're good enough?
Or
Oh,
did you
I
have
did
one
not
person that
have-
you're like, this person's an artiste and I need to go to this?
No, at Supercuts, it was just I walked in and just hoped for the best.
So you kind of knew it was going to be bad. You knew it was not a great place.
No, I always knew it was mediocre. But I think I intentionally made it easy on them, you know, because I realized pretty quick in my haircutting life that you just don't want to throw a curveball their way at Supercuts. You've got to just be like, I was more or less just like, just a little longer on top, a little shorter on the sides, just like being real vague, you know, just like.
You just did the movement, everything I envisioned. You did it exactly.
Do you have any
Exactly what I
pictures
say.
from back then? Like, this is what
Oh,
a
yeah.
Supercuts haircut looked like?
I could see if I
Brent,
can.
like, guys, we know what it looks like. My brother Brent goes there.
Right.
That's where he goes, and he claims it's very good.
I mean, it's not good, that's for sure.
I
But
don't
in
know.
a similar way to Nick, though, I
don't think he likes like a stylish haircut. That was the thing.
I would love to see Brent with a stylish haircut.
Well, I
Like-
kind of gave him one
like-
at
with,
first,
like-
and then he was like, "This is way too stylish. I want it to be much more militant and straight ahead." Like, and by stylish, I mean like it had more. At first I gave
More
him
body? Or...
not, a little bit more like on top and then short on the side, so that he could style it. You know what I mean? Like,
I would love to see him with long, like a Keanu Reeves.
he would look like.
But it's like kind of long and kind of.
Oh, you just reminded me. Go ahead. Sorry, keep going. Kind of long.
No, I just want to see. I would love to see Brent with like like a
side part, like a bob.
Yeah, or middle part. You know, 'cause I think that's what Keanu has. Is like a middle part,
Right, he does.
long hair, and I don't know. I think there'd be something mystical about it, kind of.
I think he's actually worn a wig like that for some kind of acting thing. But you just reminded me. Guess what I watched again recently that was quite good.
I'm
The
pulling
Matrix.
I'm pulling up a picture, by the way. I'm putting it on the live stream.
But guess again.
Whoa. Wait, which
Guess
one's
again.
you?
I'm the middle one.
Really?
That's
wait, let me
that's
see.
me in high school. So
I can't see
See
you
it-
yet. It's not.
You look like the
it'll
kid.
get there.
You look like the kid from Call Me by Name or whatever.
Call Me
Oh my
by
God!
Name.
Wow, thank you so much.
You do. You look like him.
Elio.
And this-
That was
Wait, let me
my
see
twink
this.
days. That's my dad on the left, and that's my little brother on the right.
Oh my God, he does look like that.
It's crazy.
Oh my God, Nike. Wow. Wait, you're in the Rancid shirt?
I'm in the Rancid shirt. Yeah.
Wait, oh, that's your dad and that's your brother.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm in the middle.
God. Wow. 3 steps of.
Your dad doesn't quite have a mullet, but it's like kind of.
Oh, he had
Wow.
much longer hair than that. Actually, that was after he cut it. It used to go nearly down to his butt.
No way.
Yeah, he had super long hair, and then one day he just came home and was like,
This
I
is the
cut
new
my
me.
hair. Yeah.
Wait,
is the
that
new
was
me.
your Supercuts cut?
Well, I guess this must have been in the era because this was I want to say this was probably freshman year of high school. So I was definitely getting supercut hair back then. So I
That was
guess this
pretty
was more
good.
like, well, I mean, you can't really fuck up just like a long mop of hair.
Yes, you certainly can, kind of. Can
I
you?
mean-
I don't know. Maybe not.
You should bring that back, dude.
Yeah, you should.
Oops.
Bring it back.
I guess I could. I mean, I don't know. But then it's like you
Would you
gotta
ever
wait
try?
so long.
Well, you just go
Um,
back to Supercuts.
Yeah, just
You could
tell
go
him,
to Super-
show him that picture. I'll come in there with
Oh, yeah.
this length
Yeah,
hair.
come in there with that hair. and be like, I
Chalamet.
want
Chalamet.
Yeah,
you're like-
I'll show him the long hair. And be like, can you do
Dude,
Or
that?
what
Give
if
me
you
the
don't show them the
Chalamet.
picture? Yeah, you just tell them like, I want to look like Timothy Chalamet, and they're like, who?
Oh, I think they would
Okay.
know.
I don't know. They might.
How
not.
many times do you think a hairstylist has been shown Timothy Chalamet's pictures? I feel like it's must be
question.
common.
I guess that's a good point. I guess maybe.
I feel like he's such
But-
like a kind of influencer, sort of like a style. You know what
Style influence. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean? Maybe
I
I,
mean, I
just
think
had that
he's-
perception.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say though, in a similar way to Nick though, I just stopped going because I started
could
making
afford
money.
to.
Yeah, I started actually
yeah.
making some money because in high school it's like, you know, I'm not gonna spend more than $20 on my hair.
Wait, you had to pay
Why do
for
you
your
have-
own haircut in high school?
Yeah, oh definitely.
I wanted
What?
you guys to be like, I went there thinking it was going to be amazing. And I got my first few cuts there, and I was like, this is pretty super. And then finally one day I went there, and I got the worst haircut ever. And so I just stopped going.
The thing is, I
Unfortunately,
continue to go
dramatic.
back. I continue to go back even after bad haircuts. Because
Well, yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you had to.
what can you do?
Yeah.
Well, you could go to, have you ever tried Fantastic Sam's?
I don't even know what that is. I've just been.
I know.
It's their rival
Oh, okay.
to Supercuts, but I don't know. It's basically the same thing. But it's interesting though. You know, I wonder what the curriculum is for getting into Supercuts. You know,
It's all the same, right?
like I wonder, like yeah, are they kind of just like, we don't need you to be great here. We just need you to be super.
Yeah, if they like want them to not do good,
Yeah.
so they
Right,
don't
they're like-
outshine all the other people.
Like somebody comes in like, I studied at the New York Institute for Hair, Fashion.
It's like the
and
total
Modeling."
opposite of
And the person
them-
who's at
yeah.
Supercuts is like, we don't do that.
We don't do that.
They're like, this is not for you.
What do you think we are, Vidal Sassoon?
I know
Get
we're
out.
not like a Vidal Sassoon here. Okay? We're like, we need just someone who can use some scissors or something. Anyway, so yeah.
Anyway,
there you go.
We should probably move on to the movie.
Oh yeah.
We do have a movie to review, that is. So, Bad Trip.
Yeah,
Trip.
man.
So this movie's directed by Kitao Sakurai, and
Oh, sorry.
it was released this Friday, March 26, 2021. And you can find it on Netflix. It stars Eric Andre. Tiffany Haddish is also makes a sort of guest, or I guess.
No, she's a big part of it.
All right, she's in it. She co-stars.
Lil Ray. He's in
Lil
it.
Ray's in it, yeah. So we. Oh, and I guess the main thing about this movie is it's a hidden camera prank comedy in a similar sort of way, I would say, to Borat. But instead of it kind of. Well, I guess this also has a story too. So, and I guess it's very similar to Borat.
It's very similar to Borat.
Yeah, if you saw Borat, that's like a similar kind of setup here. So Eric Andre is playing a character, and they are the characters are going through into real life situations with real people who are unaware of the fact that they're being filmed, and these crazy elaborate stunts kind of happen and sometimes involve other people, and then you're watching the whole thing go down. There is a light plot, I would say, but it's certainly not. I don't really think it's the meat of the matter here. We're really what's up here is the pranks that were going on. Eric Andre too, if you don't know him, he has his own show called The Eric Andre Show, and he's kind of been doing similar stuff to this on that show, except with kind of B-list celebrities. He'll bring them on and then prank them because they think it's actually a real talk show, and he like crazy shit will happen on his sets. So he's kind of been, I think, priming him. This feels like a natural evolution, I would say, of his whole brand.
I think it's the same director too as the show.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
I didn't look into the director beyond just the movies that he did, which was not too many of note, is what I was getting the temperature read on. But yeah, anyways, so we all just watched this movie. If you haven't seen it, feel free to keep on watching. We're not going to, well, there's really not really spoilers to be had, but we won't discuss specific pranks in the very beginning of this review. We'll talk about the specific situations a little later. So for now, we're just going to talk about what we thought of the movie. And we like to start with the guest here. So Nick, what did you think of Bad Trip?
I loved it. I wasn't a huge fan of the newest Borat movie, so I was like kind of worried that this might hit the same things that I didn't like about that, because it's like, when you try to cram pranks into
A plot.
you like, but I thought, like, overall, like, yes, the plot wasn't like amazing, but I think it worked. It worked. And just I would say like 90% of these pranks were just so creative and interesting and funny, and the reactions. I took some screenshots that I'll show during like the spoilers.
Oh, nice.
Of my favorite reactions, because I haven't laughed out loud in a movie in a long time, and I definitely did for this. And I've been a fan of Eric Andre for a while, and just I thought it was great. I mean,
awesome.
It's
Laura, what did you think? Oh, sorry.
No, that's it.
Okay. Laura, what did you think?
I laughed out loud a lot in the beginning. Like the first 30 minutes, I was just like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be good," And I was really cracking up, and I didn't know what to think. I guess I didn't know much about this movie until you told me, and then I saw your little synopsis of it in text, and when I read it, I was like in the middle of something, so it didn't really sink in terms of like what I was looking at here, and then. And then,
so you didn't really even realize it was a prank movie?
Well, after the first couple scenes, I was like, "Oh yeah, it's a prank movie."
This is like setup, yeah.
Right, and then, but then I also thought that maybe some of the pranks were not real prank. Like some of it was pranks, and then some of them weren't. Like some of them were staged,
like actors or something.
Yeah, the actors and all the extras were cast, but I still wonder that. I'm not sure, because I feel like, well, we can talk. I mean, we'll talk.
Did you watch through the credits?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I watched the whole thing, and but I'm still not sure if they're. Well, again, we'll talk. But I mean, I would say that like most comedies, for me in general, I find that the really funny stuff happens in the first like half an hour, and then it kind of loses some steam.
Right.
I felt like it. Movies like this and like Borat and all the other Sacha Baron Cohen movies, they don't need plots for me to like them. Like I feel the plot gets in the way, and I felt the same way about this. Like the plot was what was slowing it down for me and what was taking away from all the laughs, because the whole time it wasn't just pranks. I'm like, come on, let's get to the prank already. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, I noticed that after the first half an hour that it started becoming really plot driven, and like there was a lot more time being spent on setting things up, you know what I mean, for the plot to kind of move forward. And I felt like all of that was just sort of like fat fluff that could have been taken out. But at the same time, I'm sure there's a reason why people feel the need to have a plot, and maybe it's because the financiers demanding it or whatever. I don't blame like the people who are the creative forces behind it necessarily, and who maybe it's like something that people feel they need as some kind of anchor, you know what I mean? But then you look at some like movies like the Jackass movies, and they didn't have plots, and that worked out perfectly well in my opinion, because those movies, for me, I'm like laughing from beginning to end, you know what I mean?
Were those hour and a half long?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
And it was
They're
just
full
like
length,
hilarious. And I mean, yeah, I just think that with something, but I definitely appreciated the creativity as well, like with some of the pranks and like it wasn't all, it wasn't all the same kind of thing. It was just so many different kinds of approaches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Really
yes, some
elaborate.
of them
Yeah.
seemed like more to me more believable than others. So that's why I was like trying to get. I guess I wasn't trying to guess, but certain ones I was like that seems fake. Like even
Right.
the people seemed fake.
Mm.
But then
We'll
I
talk
was
about
wrong.
it.
I was wrong. Yeah, so we'll talk
Yeah.
about it. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
anyway, that's my reaction. But overall, pretty awesome. What do you think, Dominic?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm basically just going to echo a lot of what you guys were saying, but Borat 2 kind of disappointed me. I mean, it's still good, but I think following Borat 1, I had a lot of expectations for it, and I just like almost everything that Sacha Baron Cohen has done. So I was very excited, and it was definitely a letdown. And I mean, we reviewed it on this podcast, so you can hear our full thoughts. But like, I also agree with you that the plot kind of dragged it down. But I also feel like the tenor of the pranks were sometimes kind of like either mean or kind of
In Borat?
didn't really. Yeah, Borat 2 specifically.
It's funny that you were reviewing Borat too when we're not supposed
Well,
to be.
No, I know, but in contrast, though, I feel like Bad Trips pranks were very, I don't know, just like all in good fun. Like
Yeah.
it was just silly. It was just like totally wild and imaginative and just funny. Whereas,
It wasn't trying to like uncover certain people's inner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It showed like people's humanity. Like it kind of
Yeah.
highlighted opportunities for them to like do something good.
Yeah.
in
But
a lot
it
of
also
them.
just like
Which-
it also just I think it wasn't about necessarily uncovering something about people. It was more just like doing something crazy and then getting a funny reaction from people.
Right.
which is
I
more
liked
in
that.
line with
I liked the intention behind that too about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt
Yeah,
that
the
too.
pranks just felt more in line with some of the sillier stuff that Sacha Baron. I mean, it's hard to not compare it to Sacha Baron Cohen because he's honestly like the only other comedian I feel like who even does it at this level of kind of prank. I guess Jackass is also a pretty good comparison, but they are mostly doing it to themselves.
Right.
It-
I think
it's
it's
not-
this is different because it's like they're bringing people unknowingly into
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
Whereas in Jackass, it's just like stunts and stuff like that,
Yeah.
kind of.
Right.
So it's cool. I'm actually I'm so thrilled that Eric Andre is kind of getting this spotlight because I think he's been doing this so well in his show that it's really cool to see his style translate so seamlessly to like a feature length prank comedy like this. And for the most part, it works. Like I agree with you, Laura, that I think it kind of drags in basically the second half of the movie. And it's hard to say if it's like the pranks are less good or if or you're just kind of getting a little burned out on them or something.
I think it's a little of both. Like, just the heavy hitters are in the beginning for me, as with
But
most.
there was a
comedies,
couple-
always like that.
There was a
Oh,
couple late
yeah.
game heavy hitters though. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Sure. No, I mean there were a few, but I just feel like the beginning it was like laugh after laugh. You know?
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? It was like just nonstop.
I mean, I was like shout laughing in the
Yeah.
beginning of it.
Same
Like
here.
it was so funny. I mean, it was just like again, there hasn't really been a great comedy recently. Borat 2 included, in my opinion. Even though I did laugh
Well, I
at that,
laughed
but
out loud in Borat too. There
There's
were
definitely
a few
some
moments
spots,
in Borat
but-
too that were like
Yeah.
pretty darn funny.
but pretty sporadic. I mean, this movie was really making me laugh like a lot, especially in the first half. So yeah, I mean, I totally recommend it. I think it's really good. It has some problems that we can get into. I agree that the plot kind of feels a little it weighs it down, but it's not as bad actually as again, sorry to keep comparing it, but Borat 2's plot. Like I feel
I
like
agree,
this one was simple. And I like the idea of a road trip too. Like that also plays into it really well because you get a
I
lot
heard-
of different cities and blah blah blah.
I heard that it was like a very, very similar. I haven't seen Dumb and Dumber, but Anton was like, "Oh my god, this is an exact scene from Dumb and Dumber."
Well,
At a
Part
certain
of the
point.
plot part.
Well, an actual scene, full on, like a full on situation,
Oh.
like that. Well, in Dumb and Dumber, I guess they go on a road trip as well.
Yeah.
But like, there's the part where, I mean, we can talk about it later, but he's like, this is from Dumb and Dumber full on. And it
Oh,
seemed like
that's
a
funny.
very original kind of thing, but it was like, but whatever. Who knows why that coincidence happened. But also, I wonder, like, I imagine that, probably the people involved with making this movie know that there are people out there who are going to not like the fact that there's a plot, Like, I'm sure it's something that they've considered as, like, a thing that is, controversial. Having a plot.
I mean, I get it though, because it's Jackass was it actually a pretty good example, because I forgot that also doesn't have a plot, and that does actually keep it going pretty goddamn well. But I would think that a plot would actually help me to stay invested in something like this.
As a filmmaker.
No, and even watching
as a director.
I think actually what I think this movie did well at times too was incorporate the plot into the pranks. Some of these pranks wouldn't really be funny if you didn't know what was going on with these characters at any given moment. I don't know, without giving anything away, like there's a diner sequence later on in the movie that I feel like if you didn't really understand who these characters were to each other, that prank wouldn't even be funny at all,
Maybe, but I mean, they probably could have come up with other pranks that would have been just as funny, and they just wouldn't have to be revolving around the plot.
Sure, totally.
Like, I imagine that they had a plot, and then they probably wrote situations based on that. You know what I mean? Or they wrote, funny stuff around that.
I think maybe that's just the intention, though. Like maybe they they think it's kind of like a fun idea, because I think in concept it is cool to weave these pranks into a plot. But yeah, I think the best thing to do is just make the plot very quick, just get us to the next prank. And sometimes the cadence really felt right for me. Like sometimes the plot sequences were so quick that they basically just wrapped up the last scene and quickly set up the next scene, and then you're already in another prank. And I was like, perfect, love this.
In what? In
Bad Trip.
Oh. Okay. Wait, you mean in the beginning?
Just throughout the movie. I think sometimes it was good with being quick.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
there was definitely some long passages that I was like, I don't. Yeah.
But right.
I think overall it was effective, like in an overall way.
Yeah. I mean, I walked away from it being like, I'm glad I watched that because I got a lot of laughs out of it.
Also, Jackass had have more than 5 different people in the Jackass crew to like switch things up, where I wonder if it was just Eric Andre and Lil Ray all the time, and Tiffany Haddish, like if that might get for like an hour and a half of pranks without any plot, that might, I don't know.
It just got to be creative with those pranks, because I feel like it doesn't matter.
Jackass also switches up what kind of prank it is too. Like sometimes they do involve other people, and then sometimes it's more like a stunt. Sometimes it's more of just like a dare, you know what I mean? Like there's some like it's like a game, Like I feel like
a bunch of vignettes basically. It's just like a collection of fun little stingers, and like it's the best. It's like it's like what I was saying about baby foods, like it's like a little morsel packed with a punch, you know what I mean? Where you just like love that one little thing and then you move on to the next thing. But I don't know. I mean, because that is kind of that's the hook of this movie, are like, obviously the pranks or whatever. So I say, like, if you can make a 2 or an hour and a half movie that's just nonstop fun, that should be the goal, right? Like, if you want to make a comedy, you want it to be as funny as possible the whole time, right? Or I guess there's an ebb and flow. I guess there's kind of peaks and valleys to everything. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway.
I think we should get to spoilers. I am just going to briefly mention, though, that there is a Jackass 4 coming out. Did you know that?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes.
I think it's already filmed.
Is it going to be good or is it going to be not as good, I wonder? Because
they're so old now.
I know, they're all like old now. Like, are they going to be down for stuff? Or
I think they already filmed it. Like, I think they're in the process of editing it and figuring out how they're going to release it. But I think it's coming. I think it's coming this year or next, I assume. Anyways, Bad Trip. We're gonna discuss specific sequences and pranks. So if you don't want to know any of those situations, you should tune out now. But if you don't care, keep on watching. Not really too much of a plot to spoil. We're not really going to be getting in. I don't really feel like it's worth talking too much about the plot, But there is one, and we might talk about it. But if you care about that, we're also going to discuss that potentially. But yeah, with that, I mean, let's talk about some of these pranks. I mean, this is what I'm waiting for
Me,
here.
hands down, I felt that the funniest part was with the juice shop, the smoothie shop or whatever. When-
Juice.
Interesting.
Hilarious. Just so funny. Like when he puts his hand in the blender.
That was
So funny.
shocking.
I
Yeah.
was laughing so hard because I felt that the reactions of the people in there were so
genuine.
and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
hilarious. Like that
Yeah.
woman was like, "You just put your hand." In there." How he was like making the smoothie with his bare hands, and then there was like a spoon, and then he like puts his hand in his mouth. He's like, "Well, it's clean." I mean, he's like, "No." And then his friend comes in, and she's like, or that woman comes in, and she's talking to her, and the other one was like, I'm in line." He's like, "Oh no, she has VIP," and the woman's just like,
Right.
"That
Can
was
we order
so
now?
funny.
I like after she left. Yeah, that really
I
had a
thought
lot of
that
good
was
moments
hilarious.
for the people he was pranking
The
to
nuance
shine.
of that one, I felt like that one just had a really nice, like, just it was so funny. And then obviously the beginning, the car wash scene was so funny. Like the moment that his thing gets ripped off of his body, it's like I couldn't help but just laugh out loud because it's like, why is he wearing a onesie that can get vacuumed off?
And nothing under it.
Right.
Like, it's just so outrageous.
Also, the guy who is, supposed to like help him out in that whole scene is so good. They picked really good people to be
Yeah.
have
And
reactions for.
it's kind of interesting the reveal too with the credits, like that you kind of
Right.
see a little bit behind the scenes, and it seems like they did that with a few
They had
people.
other people.
Right.
Yeah, but they like
right.
chose him because I mean I think he was a great choice because he was so he was so genuine, like trying to help him, and it's just like he's trying to get
I
this girl's
wonder-
number. Like
Right.
But remember how he gets in the guy's car while he's like naked, and then he's like, after he's supposedly cleaning his car, and I'm thinking like, is this guy thinking, get your dirty ass off my leather seats or something like? But he wasn't. He was like pretty nice actually.
Yeah.
But I see. I thought that the gorilla scene was fake, and I thought that the people seemed fake, but I guess the credits revealed that they were real.
Yeah,
But it didn't seem like
That-
the reactions were as, I don't know, they just didn't seem real to me.
Can
What do
I
you
can I
think?
pull up
Yeah,
a
yeah.
picture that's my favorite picture of not that one. Nope.
oh god, yeah, we gotta
This
talk
guy.
about some of these things.
This guy.
I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Cuz
I like that.
yeah, because if you look at the woman standing next to him, she's like, "Oh no," she's like, "No," and he's like,
Right, totally.
He's like, "I'm saving this one for later."
Right? Yeah. I gotta check.
Like,
I gotta
he's
watch
like,
the
this
tape
is
on
very
this.
interesting.
Yeah, because it's so funny in contrast to everybody freaking out. But
But it also just like, it clearly looked so fake that I mean, the gorilla
The
itself
gorilla,
looked
yeah.
so fake.
but if your mind is like in a place where like, oh my god, this is like a real crazy situation,
Right.
like I don't know, maybe you're not seeing what's
and
you're,
they're like at the zoo, and they'd expect that, you know.
yeah.
But
Although
at
by the
same
time it comes to like when he's like forcing him to give a blowjob or whatever.
it's just
Yeah.
that-
Well, I mean, I think to chime in on the fake versus real stuff, I think that they were clearly though shooting stuff separate from the people. Like some of those close-ups were too well
Oh.
shot to like when he gets cum on his face or whatever, the gorilla
right,
comes on his
right,
face.
right.
That like sometimes you could tell that they were shooting that with a nice
Like
camera.
afterwards or something.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
there's
they
no
were
way
inserting it.
there's no way that a hidden camera could zoom in that close and look that good. So they were doing some inserts that were
Yeah, and people's
some of the
reactions
dialogue.
didn't quite line up with the extremity of the shock value of getting jizzed on your face that hardcore. Like,
Right.
I feel like they would have reacted much stronger to that, than they did in the movie. And like, that's why I didn't think the whole thing was real, because one, the reactions didn't quite seem as, it
Well-
just didn't line up quite as much as I thought it would. You know what I mean? And the gorilla itself looked so fake that I was like, okay, this one's fake.
I mean, credit where credit's due, though. I still think that a lot of this was real. Like, it seems that most of it really did happen, but they were just kind of punching it up with some even more outrageous shit. And clearly, sometimes they were adding dialogue to kind of help the story too. Like
Yeah.
in that smoothie scene, there was some really nice close-ups of him and her talking. So it seems like they kind of shot their conversation separate but of course the prank was real. Like
Right.
Yeah.
the
like
prank is the
I think
funniest part.
what we're getting at is these pranks are real, but they are punched up a little bit and
But
maybe
are they
faked.
all real?
I think, I mean, for whether or not they're real though, I mean, whether or not a couple of them are well, I don't think any of them are fake though necessarily. Which ones do you think are straight up fake?
Like, you think they hired actors?
That's
Or
well, I
you
thought that they did that for the gorilla one straight up.
I don't know. I don't think
To be
so.
honest,
mean-
that was my least favorite one. I don't know, something about that one. It just wasn't funny for me. Like
It was
I
just
didn't.
it was very over the top.
It was over the top, but I like over the top usually. But it just seemed also kind of like I didn't think Eric Andre's acting in it was very good. To be honest, I was like, he's like not seeming realistic to me right now. Like if you're getting fucked by a gorilla, you'd be like crying. You know what I mean?
Right,
And he
right.
was just like, help me. It just seemed really hammy. You know what I mean? And it just
Yeah.
didn't feel authentic. And I couldn't get into it because it was like it just seemed very mainstream in a lot of ways. Even though it's like a guy getting fucked by a gorilla.
Too cartoonish of a reaction, unless like
Yeah,
realistic.
it was like hammy and cartoonish and not realistic, and then it wasn't nuance. It just didn't have nuance to it. It just didn't have the same subtleties that like in the beginning, in the juice bar sequence, you
Seemed
really
real.
see like the way these people are reacting. It's not over the top. It's just honest. Like the woman in line, she was like not being she wasn't like yelling and being like, excuse me, but she was just like, can I go now? You know what I mean? It was subtle and it was really funny. I liked that. I just felt like that seemed really authentic, and because of that, it was hilarious to me. But
let's talk about some others too, Nick.
Yeah.
I was seeing that you had some other reactions, so let's see some.
Yeah,
of those.
I kind of want to show a couple of the
Oh, yeah.
people who stood out to me as having just really great reaction faces. Nope, sorry. This guy was in, I call him Marty McFly. You can't really see, but he's wearing like a vest
yeah.
here.
Oh yeah.
Like a life,
Uh-huh.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, life vest.
Like a life vest. This is, watch.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. That was one of my favorite parts of the whole movie, actually. That
Yeah.
dance
Wait,
sequence
that
and
was-
his reaction.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
yeah, in
god.
the
I
mall,
loved
in
it.
that was in the mall, right?
Yeah.
When it
Yes,
was like-
the mall sequence.
It was
Oh,
already
yeah.
so funny to me when he was just getting up from the bench and doing his little dance. That like when it just kept going. I mean, I was like near tears for that moment too, where he like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just so good.
Did you think, so the bar sequence
With the
Yeah.
vomit.
Oh, at the cowboy bar.
at the cowboy
Electric
bar,
Cowboy.
did you think
I
that
thought-
was, any of that was staged or no?
I don't.
A lot of the
I mean,
reactions seem very real. Like
Yeah, no, those reactions seemed real. I
people
thought,
looking at each
I
other.
gotta go. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now we could talk all about him. Okay.
Oh,
What's
This is
going
so
on?
Weird. He doesn't normally do this.
Well, maybe Josh can take over.
Oh wait, maybe something serious is happening. I hope not. Anyway, but I was gonna say that I thought that when they went to the cowboy place that it was gonna be a really hardcore like situation, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Where
yeah.
they were gonna encounter like racism, and I thought that's where the movie was going. But
That would have
it
been like a
didn't go there at
Borat.
all.
That would have been a Borat
Yeah.
kind of thing, I think.
Yeah, but like
And-
those people were like totally nice and not
Yeah.
racist. They didn't seem racist. They didn't do anything that the movie showed as being
Right.
inappropriate or whatever. And so I don't know. I thought it was like a pretty fun moment or pretty fun scene.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Yeah, no, I thought so too. I really liked, let me see if I can find it. The where,
Oh,
where
that.
she crawls out of the underneath
Right.
the car.
Right.
This was some of the best acting in the movie, but it wasn't acting. It was just like the way he delivered these lines when he's like telling her she better run. I was like, it's super. I don't know. He's just such a great character, kind of. You know?
Right.
It's like what what is he, like? What happened? Why is he there scrubbing this wall? Like, I had just so many
I
ideas.
thought that
like,
he was doing community service. Or
yes.
something
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And that he like needed to keep his record clean.
for sure.
And so, but he, in a way, he kind of ratted her out though, because he was like,
He said, walk that way, or
Right,
go
right.
go that way.
right.
And then he got real serious, like, go.
Oh, you know what part I thought was maybe staged was when he was like in that porta potty when he goes, or when
Oh,
friend falls in the
when-
porta
when he
potty.
falls,
He's like,
yeah.
I'm sinking. It's like, why would you be
Screaming, like,
Why would
yeah.
you be inside the toilet with your feet in there and everything?
right.
And then the woman is like helping him out, which seemed really sweet, but it was also like, this cannot be real.
I don't know.
Maybe, I guess it could be. I mean, I don't know. But
I
also,
mean,
did you
yeah.
what?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh.
You go.
In the credits, I feel like there were some scenes that were in the credits that I didn't see in the movie, that were not in the movie.
Like some pranks that got cut out.
Yeah, I think, or I don't know. Yeah, there was like one thing that I saw in there. I was like, I don't remember that part, but maybe I don't know. Did I?
I don't know.
Wrong? Did you not notice?
I don't remember seeing anything, but
Oh, okay.
maybe it was like a different angle from a prank. But I
Right.
really did like seeing, because watching the whole movie, I was thinking like, yes, in general, this wasn't mean spirited, but when you get pranked, you feel like it's like an attack of some sort, right? Like,
Right.
and then you find out later that it was just it was all prank, but like, I just really liked seeing everybody I like seeing it get revealed that it was a prank, and like seeing everybody's reactions and like.
Right. Yeah. I'm glad that they showed that at the end. That was
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. But I wonder if there were other people that they didn't show that were like really
Well, that's
upset.
I want to see all that footage,
Right. Totally.
or like the people that are like, oh no, we definitely can't use this, like, because maybe they did encounter like racist people, and they're like, well, it doesn't fit the tone of the movie,
Right. Exactly. That's what I was wondering too. I wonder.
Man, what's going on with Dominic?
I don't know.
This is like a mystery.
Now I'm really curious.
Oh, here comes Josh. He's taking
hi,
over.
Josh.
Hello.
This is
How
like
are
a
you?
little soap opera here.
I don't know what's going on. I think he's on a call, but maybe I'll just take over.
But who is
Yeah.
the call from and what
I have
happened?
no idea. I hope everything is okay.
I know. Like, he wouldn't do this if it was like some little thing, I feel like.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's. Yeah, well, we can't talk about that, but
What? Oh. Wait,
But-
but what's going on? Crazy.
is there a way you can move the camera like
In the hall?
down to the
Wonder
hall
if
so we can kind of get a little sneak peek?
What if it's like a crazy conversation and he's like punching a wall in or crying his eyes out?
It's his
Well, I
old
know.
hairstylist from Supercuts.
It's like, I heard
She's
what
like-
you
I
said about
just
me.
saw. I was watching your
like-
stream.
She's
I'll
like, you
never
do
cut
realize
your
you're going
hair
to be
again."
slapped with a lawsuit after this episode. Supercuts is coming for you.
Pooper cuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, it's like I was thinking, just thinking. I don't know. Like, did he get a text right before the phone call that just said, "Call us now, Dominic. It's serious."
We actually
Exclamation
saw the
point.
same thing happen with the Thomas Middleditch thing. We were watching him play GTA, and at the end of like one of his things, he got a call and like stepped out for like 5 minutes and then came back with like a super serious face and was like, "Oh, I have to go, guys. Bye."
Oh.
And we're all like,
Whoa.
"What?" And he hasn't been on Twitch since, and that was like a month ago.
Whoa.
Oh,
Which
That's kinda
is an
crazy.
inside scoop.
Huh.
why?
We don't know what happened.
You
with
sure it
him
wasn't like a
either.
weird meta thing where it was like? I'm gonna look and see if there's any.
Or maybe it was like a publicity stunt. No, I don't know. Like, what if it was like a way to keep people guessing? Oh, here's some fun topic, which that leads me to. I was on a YouTube little rabbit hole the other day, because I was looking up what's that called? Mukbang? Mukbang videos,
Wait, what is
Never heard
that?
of that? Yeah.
You don't know about mukbang? Oh my god. I
Mukbang.
gotta send you some links up in here. It's like these videos where people just like gorge themselves with
Oh yeah.
it's like so disgusting.
It's nar. Yeah.
But like there's these videos that are really hardcore. I mean, there's like these ones of these like women that are eating just the most hardcore looking stuff. Like, but there's this one like YouTube sensation that she never showed her face. It would just show these videos of her like stuffing stuff in her mouth, and then she had a mask over her eye.
Oh,
You're a streamer now?
oops,
Are you okay,
well,
Dominic?
He can hear until he puts his headphones on.
Oh, right. Okay.
Bye, Josh.
You can stay on if you want.
Is everything okay?
No,
it's not.
there was a bit of some
Oh
bad
my
news,
God.
unfortunately.
Oh my God, Dominic.
Oh.
I
But-
felt that.
Yeah.
Do we need
well,
do you want to cut
Do we
this?
need to go?
I probably have to
Totally.
stop pretty soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Shit.
But yeah, I'd say we wrap it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry. Thanks for coming back, at least.
Yeah, for sure.
Josh said Thomas Middleditch did the same thing, but he never came back, and he hasn't been back for a month.
Actually, that's very true. You know what? I thought of that the second I left the room. That's so funny.
Really?
Because
Whoa.
the last time we were watching him, he like clearly got bad news on the phone and left, and then he came back. He's like,
Oh.
"Sorry, guys, I gotta go." I feel like I'm doing
I
that
guess he
right
did
now.
go.
So.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Well, he
talk
came back
later.
for like 15 seconds and just said like, "Sorry, I gotta go. Have a nice week." And then like,
Whoa.
Wow.
but he
Oh my God.
completely changed. I mean, it was yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I have
Yeah,
to
it's
go.
all right, we can end. Okay. I mean,
Um,
we should just end the episode at this point then, because you're hosting. So, I mean, I can't take over anyway from this point. But
All right. Well,
it's okay.
sorry,
I
Nick,
mean,
to
That's okay.
cut
I
it
know.
off.
We have like an hour and a half here, so.
I guess that's true. It's
yeah,
actually
we
about the
got
same
it
amount.
on for a long time.
But Bad Trip, I recommend it. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I recommend it.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Um,
recommended.
All right.
Cool. So we'll be back in 2 weeks with a new episode. Sunday, 7 p.m. is our usual time. I know we went live a little late today, but yeah, we'll be back soon. Nick, where can people check you out?
Check me out on at DJ Real Smells on Instagram.
There you go.
Yeah. Thanks.
That's right.
All
Okay.
right, guys.
See ya.
Bye. See you
Bye,
later.
guys.
Talk soon. Bye.
J'ai faim de